Caesar likes a girl likes Clement like a girl like Clementine from The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So anyone's like that, my friend is open,
Yeah,
and
well,
he's a very good guy.
how did you get into acting, and what was one of the biggest hurdles of being an actor?
What got me into acting is because, well, since I don't really have any experience since I've been acting last year of July, like all I did was just like studied off people that I grew up watching, like Al Pacino, De Niro, Brando, Dean, what else? What else? And Johnny Depp, Gregory Pell, Denzel Washington, all those great actors, Jack Nicholson, and from there I would mimic the way how they said everything, did it, and just their eye movement and stuff, and I feel like I was just a mimic, and but if it wasn't that, it's because also like all the movies, all the stuff, and I ever since I was acting up when I was a little bit of a kid, I would always try to play different characters, and my mom would look at me, and she'd be like, "Hey, like you're good at this, like you should try this out." But it was just more of a hobby. But as I grew up older, I realized, you know what, like I want to give it a try, and I've always wanted to do every kind of role from like the Joker, like a Michael Corleone or anything like that. But in general, I guess what got me to it is because I want to go more towards the characters that are like the sad, tragic characters that really don't get like a happy ending, or if they do, they get it in some form of way where it's like a life lesson where they can like smile with it. They can smile with a tear, or they can just look at it and just know like, hey, like that that it may have not gone the way you wanted, but hey, it's okay. Or some things don't last forever, or kind of in the sense that like what I think about life, that life is a beautiful tragedy. So yeah, I just want to go more towards those like think of it like the Elephant Man, like Edward Scissorhands, Frankenstein, Dracula, like the Joker. Like I said, I want to play all kinds of characters and do it for a long time and just broaden myself to different ranges. And one of the hurdles right now is just that just still having the confidence to keep on going, because sometimes it does get a little hard, because I just feel like maybe I'm doing it right or maybe I'm not. Am I gonna make it or not? And sometimes I have those doubts, and all I can do is just keep on going, because I feel like I have a good amount of people, and one of them Caesar, and other people that do believe in me, and they say I'm a good actor, even though I'm one of those actors where I don't like to look at myself or anything like that. But I just want to just give it a try, because, well, I want to just see what I can do and see what I can showcase and do it for a long time.
God bless, God bless. Honestly, you're more of like an emotion actor. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I want like all kinds of it. Like I can do the serious, the sad, the funny. But yeah, I think I want to go more towards emotional, vulnerable, or emotional, like range kind of actors, because that's what so far is like some of my family members and stuff, they said that all that you got emotional range. I'm like, I don't see it, but I guess I want to go towards like the emotional characters, or just characters that people will resonate with, or just in general that, like, hey, he's a good character. He made me love him, he made me hate him, he made me all this, but just that it makes people feel a certain way, and that whether they hate me or they love me, it's okay, as long as they had that feeling that, you know what, I like this character, I hate this character, but he is what drew me to watch that movie. And it's just like I couldn't just take my eyes off that, and that they're captivated, and that they give more ability to want to watch more movies of anyone else.
How did you get into making movies, and what was your first ever film that you ever made?
What really got me into making films is from high school. When I was a freshman, I was figuring out what I wanted to do after high school, and I guess that when I was choosing my classes, I found I had to choose an elective. So I tried video production because I really found it very interesting, because I used to like make little videos and all that back then, when I was a lot younger. But I guess in high school I gave it another shot, and and then from there we started working on a short film in that class, and we had to work as a group with a team of 3, I believe, and some actors, but they weren't really actors, honestly. They were just classmates. But we worked on this horror film that that was our first short film, by the way, like a horror film where it takes place at the beach. You know which one? It's about a group of teens going to the beach, having this little bonfire until there's like a mystery murder at the beach, and they find like a newspaper. They read it, and then out of nowhere you see this man that just shows up and reappears as a ghost and goes after them, and they all leave. So
Wow.
it's not terrifying. It's very cringe now rewatching it, but that's where it really got me to like making more films. And my teacher was someone that really inspired me during that time, because I believed she worked on productions and like films as well. I'm not sure what kind of films, but I think if I could recall, I think she recalled working or something about the film Titanic, I think. So I'm not sure where exactly, but she mentioned about it, and she talked about a lot of films, and she usually goes out and tells us her experience about going out and then film something with a camera. And from there, I just started working on more projects myself without anyone, because because during that time, a lot of people don't really care about doing their electives, like doing their work and all. But for me, it felt more like a passion for me, at least, because it gave me that purpose, and kind of like in life, because I really wasn't. I wasn't really in that mindset during that time, because I had some situations going on during that, and it kind of helped me escape a bit more from my personal life and put myself into that deep thought of making something. So, and from there, I kind of developed some personal stories, but they weren't really the way I wanted them. So I kind of just made more, and it kind of this idea kind of shifts to the other film, The Silence Within, in a way. But I could save that for a different question. But overall, it really, my teacher kind of gave me that inspiration and kind of made me push a bit further, and now it's just a whole journey, waiting and then getting to work with my friend Andrew here, making more films, and we're like partners and duels and this stuff. So now
We're friends?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like anything is possible making films, and that's why that he gives me the hope and belief in myself to make more films, and yeah, it's just, I'm really excited. So
Bro, you got the wrong person to get hope inspired by.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
I want to go now to talk about The Silence Within. I want to talk about your film, and I want to start with you, Cesar. To the audience who hasn't watched the film or has plans on watching it, talk a little bit about the story and what inspired you to write this film.
Okay. So this story, it's a very hard story to really say, because honestly, this story really isn't like accurate to the way I wanted to really show it. So, but in a way, I would explain it as if those things weren't really the thing in the film. But let's just say, I guess that story was really inspired by someone that I guess about my dad, and then he was a inspiration, and I guess my older brother, I guess, as well. And for me as well, I guess I was in there a bit too, but overall the inspiration was that, and the reason why I made is because um, I guess that was like the only story I kind of knew about making, and I guess during that time I didn't really watch that many films, and I kind of just made up some stories, and just making fictional stories and with realism, I guess, but not really realism where it takes part from my life. So it's more a fictional story, I would say, like something that I wished or could have been different, um but I mean, it's really just about a guy who's a filmmaker, and that he's really deep into this world where he's trying to escape from his grief, his problems, and like, and just for him to really do something, because he's trying to like escape life, and that's his way to really cope that. And for me, it's relatable because I do put myself into that situation where I make something, and that really kind of helps cope my emotions, I guess. And this story is more of letting like letting go of the past and having to move forward, which is why the younger brother is like wanting to spend more time with his older brother, but he can't because he's very focused into making more films and attached to his past and revisiting those memories that affected him, but he still can't keep being in that same situation or same spot where he is in. So he has to move on and be with his brother, and yeah, I mean, it's just it was a very difficult film to really make too, like filming it wise, because what's it called?
Did you ever? I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but did you, when you were now that you mention it, did you ever have any drawbacks to making that movie?
A lot of setbacks. Yeah, a lot of personal things, I would say, because it's not. I guess the people that I got inspired by really didn't deserve that spotlight in the film, and it was just kind of like, do I really want to make this film? And it's like, for me, my mind was like, I have to make this because this was supposed to be a feature film, but I had to delay it so many times because I was supposed to get like a producer for it, but never got the chance to make it. So I had to wait a couple years, and then I was like, I feel like this is the right moment to stop making these little short films and move on to the bigger projects, or even just make something different, original. Because I feel like that's why it's kind of stopping me, because I'm just so attached to the story, and I'm just like, I kind of got like overwhelmed a bit. So, and then while filming it, it was like, it was an experience, and there was a bit of setbacks, a bit, but not as much. But we got it like fixed, and we filmed it, and I did get emotional here and there filming it too, because Andrew has seen it, and it was challenging. Had to deal with it. So, but it was a way to really say just goodbye to the series completely, and moving on to bigger things, and not having that setbacks anymore. So
What was the series called? If you know.
I didn't make up a name yet, because originally it was supposed to be just The Silence Within,
Mm-hmm.
and that was just supposed to be a one-time thing film. But since I made it into like a short film, like little chapters, I guess, I didn't really figure it out, and I guess it will still stay like that for now because it doesn't really really deserve that kind of that title, I guess, to really look back to it, you know, because I'd rather have something original, and for me at least to say that this is something that actually deserves more of that more of that title than anything else that I would say that I didn't feel good about this project and all, because I made it for just to like make it, and just because I have the passion to make stuff, and adding every emotion I had, the scripts and everything. It was a lot, but yeah.
For Andrew, when you first read through the script or like through the script, what was your immediate vibe? Did you guys or did you know that this short was going to be powerful and emotional?
So when I read the script, I was reading it and I told him all. I read it and I was like, "Hey, this is not a bad script. This is you got something good right there." And he told me that this was the final short film of a series of short films, and I told him this was really good, and he told me like if I case like if anything, if there's any feedback that I can give him or stuff, it would be good. And then I told him I was like, I really like this, but I just feel like that maybe like change up a bit of like the this or like add this just like to help him out, and because I feel like it was a good script. I feel like it was just missing a little flavor or something, and I told him about it, and he said that wow, like he really did like it, and I was like, and he's like, and then from there he did like it, and then he said if I had any more input to tell him, and I met with him in person, and we worked on the script, and I helped him out, and it was good, and I said all right, we can start this when we can, and but he told me that for helping him out, he said that he wanted to give me writing credit too, and I was like, well, no, I'm good, man, like this is your story, like all I did was help you, I don't if you don't put me as writing credit, it's cool as long as like you like the ideas and that you want, and this is what he's doing. He's like, nah, I want to give you writing credit. So he ended up getting and I acted it, and like and I was a co-writer for it, and I was like, oh, like you didn't have to, but I appreciate it, and it was, and then from there we were doing the script, and then we shot it, and then I helped them out with assisting with audio, with doing the editing and stuff, and instead of a runtime of like 15 minutes, it was a runtime of almost 30 minutes because we couldn't cut out a lot of scenes. But after watching it and doing all the editing, like I thought, I was like, damn, it was, as much as I don't like to see myself on camera, I thought it was really good. I thought it was everything else was pretty good, and like the ending is what kind of stood out to us a lot, and we were just it was good, and we were just happy that it came out better than what we anticipated.
Did you ever get emotional when reading this script?
So at first I got emotional in the sense like this is really good, like this is another person's work of art, and I was like, damn, this is crazy. And when I was reading it, like I kind of did get a little emotional, and then when I helped them out with like adding or doing some scenes, and I was writing some of my own things in there too, and some personal things, like I got emotional writing it down because I was like, damn, like I was pulling some things out of my life, but then I was kind of putting myself in that stage of like putting myself in that vulnerable stage to do this, and I was like, damn, like I felt a little sad, and then it became a whole lot different when I started acting it out, because when I acted it out, we were shooting the camera, like I kept putting myself in those scenes and just in general, and I ended up like while filming, I ended up like crying, maybe like tearing up like about 2 or 3 times, and then during the script writing it, I had a tear, and I teared up like maybe like once or twice, but seeing that, and then like I ended up watching it, and I was like, damn, this is really good. Like I said, don't like to see myself, but it was really good.
Let's talk. Your character experiences emotional shifts from intense, explosive anger to absolute vulnerability, and this is to you, Andrew. How did you prepare yourself to hit those heavy, dramatic beats on set?
I watched a lot of novelas. No, no. Okay, what got me into them was that well, I guess with me is that even though I'm an actor and just stuff like that, I'm this is kind of weird. I'm one of those people where I have a hard I sorry to say it's kind of a little hard to me to say. I don't like to be vulnerable in front of like people or or like show like any emotion kind of people. I just like to do my thing or just do that. But and it's so funny because when I get to do a scene or act it out, I can get myself into that emotional state kind of pretty quickly, and that's why with my friend Cesar and with other people they say like, wow, like you've never acted before, or like you've never done any theater. I'm like, no, I've never had. Like, why? Because they said I have a lot of emotional range, and I'm like, well, it draws from like life experiences of putting myself to like a character that deals with like grief or sadness or just stuff like that. But it's also too because I can get myself into those emotions. I can tap into them by because what I did before every shoot, I would like put myself into the character's shoes, analyze it, or just in general, like put myself into a different character that I would love watching growing up and that was similar. Put myself in that shoes, and while I was doing that, like getting some thoughts, and I would just put some music on, like some earphones, like, and I would put music, whatever, like if I were reading a scene, I would already have a song envisioned for this scene, and I would listen to that, and I would just let myself go into that, and if I let myself go to that, then I can realize, you know what, I don't got no emotional restraints. I don't gotta be this or that. I can just let myself go once in a while and just do it. And when I did it, that's what allowed me to be able to get myself into explosive anger, to grief, to sadness, or just anything that allows me to feel a certain way for the scene or a script.
So let's talk about this is to you, Cesar. Let's talk about the visual style. What type of camera or lenses did you use to achieve that intimate cinematic look? And how did you choose your shooting location, how do you choose that specific shooting locations to reflect the isolations of the brothers?
Oh, well, so the camera I used was my old camera. It was the Blackmagic Cinema Camera 6K Pro. And I had a set of 3 lenses, a 25 millimeter, a 40, and a 75 millimeter. Those were prime lenses and cine lenses, by the way. And location-wise, the reason why those locations were really were in the film specifically was because those used to be my favorite spots to be at whenever I'm like just wanted to be somewhere where I can just feel something and not be stuck at one place. So it kind of gives me that freedom a bit. And the parks, I mean, that kind of shows like more of that openness, and that tree specifically kind of represents like a spot, like a memory where like how you get attached to one location and there's like a specific spot you used to go and just chill or something. Yeah, it was just for me personally was the beach a lot, because that's where a lot of things I used to go with my dad and all, but not as much after or before, but it's just one day specifically kind of reminded me of that moment. And I guess I don't know if it's a good thing, or I mean it could be both bad thing and a good thing, but it's just a spot where I feel like for the film itself, I feel like that's a good place to really say just a last goodbye to it, like filming there, because everything that goes into that film was just a final send off, and it's like not wanting to revisit those anymore as much, because personally it's more of that. It's personal, and then for the film itself, it makes sense that it ends there, and yeah, I mean, pretty much. And for the brothers, actually the isolation part, usually for the brothers, for Robert specifically, his favorite spot was the beach a lot, because in the film his father and him, they used to go out and they go to the beach a lot, and Robert usually films on the camcorder that he always holds on to, because that's like the camcorder that his father gave him. I don't think I explained it in the film, but pretty much, little details about it is like his father gave him a camcorder and to really film stuff like vlogging or making films possibly, and that's where Robert got inspiration from, was his father, because he made these little trip videos and all, and then from there, during that time when he was making those little videos, Brian was more on the sideline where he wasn't really focused as much. So for that's why Brian's not really connected to the beach as much, because he wasn't really present there as much with his father and then him and Robert. And then for the park, I feel like that's for more Brian, because that's where he can, because he had a memory from just hanging out there at the swings with his mom, and that's why he kind of just ran away and went there to really cool down after like a moment. And yeah, not to spoil the whole story, but it's just more overall, it's just a good spot for Brian to be there. So yeah.
Now, this is to Andrew, and I don't want to spoil it, but how did it felt getting punched in that movie?
So a lot of the scenes we did were for real, and one of them was me getting punched for like 2 whole hours straight, for real.
Was the punch real?
The whole thing was real.
Holy shit!
And what's funny?
You're serious?
Yeah, it was serious. I said, you know what? Like, we try to do different angles to get fake punches and stuff, and it didn't work. And I told him, bro, like, this ain't serious. This is not gonna do it. I told them, and I told the extra, who's a close friend of mine. So hi, Juan. And yeah, we call him JR, but I told him, like, bro, you gotta punch me. He's like, he kept saying, like, no, you what, you want me to punch you? Like, yes. I'm like, why? And I told him, if Martin Scorsese can do those scenes of getting punched, we can do it for real. And then for 2 hours, I was like, bro, you gotta punch me. Come on, he's like, no, I don't want to do it. He's a scary looking dude with a resting face, but he's a sweetheart, and he's a chill dude who resorts to violence at the end. More talking, but I kept telling him, bro, you gotta punch me. It's gotta look real. It's gotta look real. Come on. And he's like, no, I don't want to do it. And he's like, no, come on. I'll get you some Taco Bell if you do it. And he's like, I'll do it. So almost every time, I would get to slap the shit out of my face or punch. And I'm there. I'm like, damn. They're like, you're good. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. How did I look? And I'm like, come on, no, I didn't feel. We gotta do it. And I told him, Juan, I love you, but if you don't do it, I'm gonna slap the shit out of you. And he's like, oh. And then he fucking ended up going, and we settled for 2 whole hours straight. I kept getting punched, slapped, all for real. And then I didn't feel it, but the next day I was like, damn, it feels a little red. But I was like, hey, that's showbiz for you, you know.
Hey, Robert, bitch.
People are like, wait, that looks so real. How did you guys do that? And I said, oh, I got punched for real. They're like, you did? I was like, yeah, I got punched.
Did you ended up bleeding when he punched you?
No, all that was just fake blood. That we cut the scene, and then later on, like, they put fake blood on me right here in the nose and stuff. So the punch connected, everything did, but there was no bleeding. It was just fake blood. But everyone was like, what the hell? And then to make it a little bit more real, he kind of enhanced the speed a little bit more, so it can be like more like, I actually did get punched. But yeah, I actually did get punched. It didn't hurt, although some instances getting slapped and the fuck out of my mind and then just punched, it did hurt. But then I was like, nah, my mind is like, if Scorsese can do it, we can do it. But in general, we wanted to make it look authentic and real, and just that people can be like, what the fuck?
I know. I have another. Okay, so I have another question because you also have been thrown to a sofa and you almost were like, I don't know if I seen it right,
Oh.
but you getting choked the hell off.
Yeah.
What was he actually doing it as well? Like, was he actually like choking the crap out of
So Kevin, the actor that played Robert, played my older brother, he, I told him, dude, we gotta make it look real authentically as possible. Where he didn't want to and Cesar didn't want, I was like, dude, you gotta shove me to that sofa as hard, as fast as possible. You gotta make it believable. And he was like, no, I can't do it. I'm like, dude, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. That's how extreme I'm willing to do it. I go to a certain extent. I do method acting to a certain extent. And I told him, like, dude, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta. He's like, no. So one scene when I had to like pick him up to make him into that, like I would yank him out of his fucking chair to do it, and I would do it, and I would do it enough to get him pissed off, and he looked at it like he was steaming a bit, and I was like, all right, I'm getting you, and then at one point I did it, and he's like, okay, now it's my turn, and fucking he hoisted me to the couch, and then I was right there, and then when he grabbed me, he was actually like grabbing me for real, and I was like, and then you would think like, what the fuck, but in my mind I was like, yes, this is good. This is good. I need more of this. This is good. And he's like, and he kept going. And we had that scene took us 3 whole hours. So for 3 whole hours, I was getting pushed to the couch and choked through. And
for 3 hours?
Yeah. And what's funny is that people are looking like, bro, you're a masochist or sadist. I'm like, no, anything that'll do that'll make the role great. And that's why a lot of people. That's why. As funny as it seems, that's why one of my dream roles is the Joker, because I'm that fucking crazy and that fucking stupid. no, but in general, yeah, I told him to just push me, and I was like, dude. And I'm not gonna lie, a couple of times I was like, I'm getting a little pissed off because I'm like, but then I was like, no, I gotta do this. I asked for it. I'm gonna do it. And then it just went in fruition, and I kept looking at it, and we were both tired, but we kept getting.
Yeah, it was. Oh my bad.
I'll go for it.
Oh, it was like an exhausting day, and my camera kept dying, and then we took our time on this, but honestly, it was worth, I guess, the 4 hours, was it?
Yep, it was worth it because I'm that fucking crazy and stupid as fuck. Anything for the love of art, I'm willing to do it.
There we go. Well, I have a question. Last question about the film. What would you tell yourself now after finishing your film? What would you have said to yourself? What could you improve in your film? Oh, sorry, I'm gonna rephrase it. Actually, okay. If you were making this film now, what parts of it would you improve? Or what stuff would you like make better, let's say?
I would say, I mean, overall, I liked a lot about Brian's character, which I'm glad we stick with that. I think it would be having to improve
On my acting.
No, your acting is good.
Don't fucking lie, dude. That shit is dog water.
It was a good start, though. I mean, it was just, I guess it was just really.
Oh fuck, I'm blocking.
Oh no, you're good. I was just thinking right now. There's a lot of things, but I mean, it's just. Damn, I'm already stuck on that one. I mean, it's just.
I think the only thing we probably would have done better was.
I think it would be the whole film entirely with just if I had crew members working on that film, then I think it would have turned out. I think it would have turned out better, I believe.
Yeah, because we only had like a total of like 5 people.
Yeah.
You on directing, editor, basically the whole thing. Me acting, writing. Kevin on acting. Juan and Alex coming from Fresno, helping us right here as extras, which we appreciate it. Thank you, Alex and JR.
Yeah,
you guys are beautiful people, and I love you. No, but that's all. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much what I have. I mean, it's just overall, I wished it had more crew members, and Also with my 12K camera, I wish that was filmed on that.
Hey, but
This
hopefully,
guy with
hey,
the
but
12K camera.
hey, but hopefully that goes better because we're doing another project that's more of a feature and so far we've been promoting that.
Yeah, it's gonna turn out a lot better than that film. So for sure, like 100 times.
So that you can know what it is. Be on the lookout. It's called Life's Beautiful Tragedy.
I'll put it in the screen right now. Before we end this, because I don't have the room for too long anymore, I only have 5 minutes left. I know we've been here for so long.
It's good, brother.
We've been here for so long. This is to both of you guys. Would you guys ever, so I know you guys are making a feature, but would you guys ever make a horror movie?
Most definitely, yes.
Yeah.
That is the genre I've always wanted to do, and I grew up watching horror even before I can walk, since the age of 2. And I've always wanted, like I said, to play Michael Myers, but I'm too fucking short at 5'6" to play Michael Myers. So if I can get killed by Michael Myers or live, I'd be fucking doing that, or be with Robert Englund at Nightmare on Elm Street. But in general, yeah, I would want to do horror movies, like either like a paranormal kind of style, a slasher film, or anything or something like the movie Seven with Brad Pitt and or just a lot of horror movies, because that is my go-to that I still watch to this day. Horror movies are just a staple of my home, and that's why I love doing it. Horror movies are the reason why I got into heavy metal and rock, so and horror movies are the thing I want to do, because I fucking love horror movies and I watch them every day. So anybody, yes, I love horror movies. I do so much.
Yeah, it's so hard for me. I mean, I did watch some horror films, but now I'm watching a bit more. So all thanks to Andrew. So
You're fucking right. It was because of me. Not playing.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a great genre. I mean, it's a lot of people are doing horror, and I mean, you could be very creative with it.
Exactly.
Like
What?
that.
What, like this? Like do a what? Do like
The
a
horror
creepy smile?
film.
Like what? This is the camera that's looking at me. Like
Mhm.
you're like.
Wait, hold on. Someone's calling my phone. I ain't answering it. I ain't answering it. Hold on. Who is calling my damn phone without my damn permission?
So, ladies, any guy that loves if you want a guy that likes watching horror movies, I'm the right man for you. And if not,
And he's looking for a
shut up.
Winona Ryder.
Shut up. Bro, okay, yes. My dream girl is a Winona Ryder or Allison Reynolds from The Breakfast Club. I like us, so I like that. But just shut up. We get it. Just shut. Or a Matisha Adams too. Yeah, so shut up, Cesar. Oh, and if you want to go for that, Cesar likes a girl likes Clementine from The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. So anyone's like that, my friend is open, and he's a very good guy.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mother's.
Were we still
calling.
recording or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Hold on, we just.
So, ladies, if any of you guys are like Clementine from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, my friend right here, he's a nice dude, and he's a nice dude, and he would make sure you were good, and he would take care of you, and he would make sure you're doing well, because this guy's a good guy that likes making people happy. And me, I'm the fucking opposite. I like to see people suffer. I like to see fucking people cry. Predominantly myself. Oh, are we still recording?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Oh man.
So yes, anyone that's like a Winona Ryder, or a Allison Reynolds from The Breakfast Club, or a Morticia Adams, let's go on a movie date, or a horror movie date, or let's go to a concert, and you'll see me throw myself in the mosh pit.
He would. Yeah.
Yes. Or I'll be dancing to ABBA's Dancing Queen. You are the dancing queen. Or a lot of other fucking songs.
You could dance for sure. Yeah.
Fuck no, I can't
You
dance.
could dance. Yeah.
I can't dance. I look like fuck. What fucking person do I look? I have no idea, bro. I feel like I could be the goofiest fucking dancer, like a McLovin or some fucking I don't know. So, is this still wait? Well, this was still recording, right?
Everything is still recording.
Oh, so yeah, it's good. Yeah, that we were saying so. Yeah, and if not, yeah, we're hoping to. So Tim Burton or anyone right there, please, at the top of the list, Tim Burton, please. If you need someone in a movie, I don't care if it's a background or supporting or lead role, I'm your guy. I grew up loving your movies. I grew up like this, so please, always hit my hotline and I'll be open to it. Just tell me when.
Alrighty, well, that is it from me and from all of us here at Coffee Time with Luis and Kat. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.
Wow.